Hey my YouTube family, welcome back to another video. Please make sure that you like, you comment, and you subscribe down below. This video is going to be all about how I use Jamboard inside of my classroom. Now Jamboard is freshly new to me this year. I did hear about it at the beginning of our pandemic here in New York City when they was like literally throwing out so many resources that we can use when we went remote. But I definitely decided this year that I want to know more about Jamboard. I definitely wanted to give it a try with my co-teacher. So we both decided, like, listen, we're gonna try it and we're gonna learn our way through. And it has been an amazing resource to use. My students love it. Me and my co-teacher enjoy it. Like we have fun creating it and sharing it with our students. So if you're a teacher and you are definitely interested in how to use Jamboard, then this is the video for you. So Jamboard. I'm gonna start off flat by saying I am not an expert on Jamboard. I actually researched it myself. So research to me, watching YouTube videos, looking to see what other teachers are doing for Jamboard, how are they using it throughout the disciplinaries, and that's how I kind of use Jamboard. Me personally, I use Jamboard for math. We use it in reading also as well. So I'm going to share with you how I use it. So I'm going to give you guys a look into my Google Classroom and how it is shown to my students. So I'll talk you more through it later. But if some of you don't know, I do teach in person. So we have our students working in their notebooks, and then we have students completing assignments for us on Jamboard. So we use it simultaneously with our students. Some of our students are still learning how to use the features, but as they start using it like every day, they are learning more and getting comfortable with using it. They really enjoy like the post-its, being able to change the different colors. So yeah, they're really having a blast with it. I'm having a blast with it. And if you want to know more about Jamboard also as well, I do strongly encourage you to join the Facebook page. They have a Facebook page on like just Google Jamboards, and other teachers posting stuff how they use it with their students. Um, so I strongly suggest going to that page. You probably have to answer like a few questions to get in, and somebody's gonna approve it for you to get in. But once you get in, you do have teachers like who post resources. Like it's literally there. You just have to comment on the post and just say thank you. I appreciate you for sharing. You can copy it and you can use it. So I strongly suggest that. And we're gonna get right into this video. If you like what you see, comment down below. If you're a teacher and you use Jamboard, write in the comments how you use Jamboard. If you know anybody who has videos or anything related to Jamboard, please share it down below, because this video is going to help other teachers who don't know about Jamboard or are kind of hesitant to use it. So please leave your comments down below, and let's get right into this video. I'm going to be sharing my screen with you guys, and I hope you enjoy this video. Inside scoop of how I teach math to my students currently right now. So as you can see, I have it set up like when my B cohort has to give me their assignment and when my A cohort has to give me an assignment. So these are sometimes with our math curriculum, it is automatically synced into our Google Classroom. And I love to put like visual videos for my students to use so they can watch and practice the skills based on that lesson that we are learning. So prime example for this lesson, I'm just going to click my solve and share, which I always add into. So I can just add and then put the link from that Jamboard that I have for my students. I just automatically put the link, and I always put that students can view it because I want students to view it. If I want students to edit it, then students can go back into the assignment and actually change it up. So whenever I'm sharing it with my students on Google Classroom, on Google Meets or on Zoom, they're automatically able to go in and look at it, but they cannot change anything. Only I can change it on my end. So I always put like my solve and share, whatever the lesson is. I always put my I can statement. I try to kind of make it like funny, a little interesting. I may put like different bitmojis. So this one you can see like a problem solve. So this was our problem about Sam at the pet store. This is the pen that you can use. You can use a highlighter, you can use a paintbrush, and I like this because you can, go over it with the colors for students when you're doing a problem solve. If you're dissecting the problem, underlining for students, they're able to see that when you're on the Google Meets or Zoom. Students are able to insert pictures. We're teaching our students how to insert pictures. So if you have anything that you want to upload from your computer, you can upload it. It goes to camera. This is a Google image search. So something that we've been teaching our students is, if you're looking for a particular image or whatever the assignment may be and you need an image, they're able to type it automatically inside the search. So I'm just going to put like a picture of a heart. I can automatically click it and then I click insert and the picture will upload. I can make it smaller and just put it here at the side. For our problem, I like that you can use the Post-its. The Post-its is very interactive. And I like this because students are able to post. You can change the color of the Post-it, click save, and then the Post-it automatically pops up on the Jamboard. So I really love this feature. If you're ever doing a problem and you want students to show like different ways that they can solve the problem, you can have them, then you would change it to students can edit file, and then you will have students, doing the Post-it, and then make sure you tell your students to like write their name on that Post-it so you could kind of see, who was engaged in the lesson and who was not. So I really like that feature, especially with the Post-its. Like our students are really like loving the Post-its, and I think the fact that they can change it into like different colors, like they really love that. So prime example, like I said, we did the multiplication and addition, just telling them like the different strategies they can use. Also using the text box. So having students being able to kind of type in the text box, here is definitely good for students too if you want it a little bit neat so you can understand their work, because sometimes you have students who want to use the pen, and if they write with the pen like this, it's kind of hard to understand what they're trying to write. So we really stress to our students like using the text box or a Post-it would be better, especially if you have students in third, who are still not so good with writing with the pen. We strongly suggest like doing a Post-it or a text box. It's just much easier for them to use. So this is like the text box, or if you're using this is like a little squirrely line and just mark all over and it goes away. So this is something that I would say definitely use, very interactive for your students, and it's awesome. I'm definitely gonna put some more Jamboards that I've used so you guys can kind of get a little sneak peek in on how I use it. And yeah, Jamboard to check in with our students. So every morning when our students come in, they do a mood meter check in for us. This mindfulness journal you can find on Teachers Pay Teachers, and my co-teacher uses it to check in with our students every time when they come in. So what we have students do is, depending on whatever week, this would be week 6. So if we've seen our students on Monday, we tell them to first they need to color the petal based on how they feel. So we tell our students to kind of take the pen, color in their petal. So we're just going to say Tuesday. And then we tell our students to kind of write a word that is associated with that word. So the word associated with this color, I'm just going to say happy. And then here on the Post-it, we have our students write, I feel happy today. And then we tell them to write, I feel happy because I'm just going to write whatever, because I'm back. Ooh, sometimes you got to take your time here. right? So I can just, oh, nope, always gotta check your work, teacher problems. And this is one way how we have our students kind of check in with us every day, and then they have to go back into their Google Classroom and click turn in. This is another feeling song that we use from YouTube that you can find and watch. And sometimes while the students are doing their mindfulness journal, we'll play the feeling song for them. So the feeling song, you can find that on YouTube to play. And this is possibly maybe something that you can use with your students to kind of check in with them, especially if you're teaching remote. And I know you can have like a lot of students at one time, so this is another way where you can kind of check in with like your individual students just to see like how they're doing. We use our Jamboard in my classroom in terms of reading. We always put our I can statement in the top. So students' goal for this lesson was they had to be able to identify the sequence of events that happened in the story. So this is our flow map that we use. So here we read the book A Bad Case of Stripes. So we always tell our students to put the title of the text in red so we're able to see what book they read for the day. But for this assignment, they were already assigned a book, which was A Bad Case of Stripes. So we encourage our students to use transition words. So they had to tell us what happened in the beginning of the story, next, later, after, and then finally in the end what happened. So here you can see we use post-its, and we have students do it this way as well. So I'm going to go back and kind of show you where we do it. And this is another model also as well that we show our students, because like I told you before, my school uses thinking maps. So we teach our students, to use it as they see it in the model, but use it as the post-its, to help you sequence the story. So this is another way, you can use it with your students